What is good, YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to help you guys master the BP/offensive threat build. This build is the most overpowered build. Now, a BP threat build can also, offensive threat, it could be a floor spacing slasher, and there's a couple more names for them. But this is the build that everyone has been using, and a lot of people have been struggling using this build. Now, it's the most overpowered because you can have contact dunks. You got an amazing three-pointer. You can speed boost. Your defense is incredible. You got like a 96 speed at 99. This build is the best build. It's 6'3". You can make a 6'4", 6'5", whatever you guys want. But I highly recommend 6'3" to 6'4", my opinion. Now, these are the badges that I use on my build. I'm also going to show you what animations you guys should use so you can have the best experience with this build. Now, if you don't know how to dribble, I can show you guys how to play without being able to dribble. I don't know how to dribble that good, but I can still get open on this build pretty easy. It's all about the IQ of the slashing. You want to slash it the right amount of times, because if you can't get open, the guy's bumping you, you see him behind you. I'm going to show you guys what you should do with this build. These are the layups and dunk packages I use for my player. So Long Athlete is the best layup package in the game by far. And these are the dunk packages that I use. I use the basic one-handers off 1. Very hard to get blocked. Basic two-handers off 2. Hard to get blocked again. Side clutches off 2. And front clutches off 2. There is another one. The front clutches are the best ones in the game, because the only time you get blocked is if they're in front of you. But you're not going to be taking dunks if they're in front of you, unless you're going for a contact, which is why I got the elite contact dunks, which you unlock at 85 overall. So I highly recommend you get that. Then you get the elite alley-oop packages as well once you get 85 contact dunk. These are the drill moves that I use. If you guys want to use them, check them out, try them yourself. Well, let's go into the in-depth tutorial on how to master this build, bro. Now, first up, I want to show you guys. Off the inbound, you do a quick jab step, a pass fake, or a shot fake. Get your center to set a screen as soon as the point guard is stuck, and you must have a shooting center with this build. That's the only way it's going to work. And as you guys can see, the center won't have enough time to pick up, so I have the easy baseline cut for the easy dunk. He cannot dunk it as soon as he has to pick up on the big, which I can pass it out to, or we can go for the right opportune dunk on the baseline. That is the first one I'm going to show you. There's a couple more ways to get open for the slash. Again, off the inbound, as you guys can see, I'm running to the center as close as I can. As you can see, he's got to go set the screen, but they are both picking up on the center. They can't both get me at the same time. So I'm going to have that open slash once again. That's what the best thing to do on the twos is with the stretch big. Make sure he goes the opposite direction, because otherwise the two centers, the center and the guard, may pick up on you, but you're too much of speed. You've got 95 speed. You can go right around him. Even without stamina, as you guys can see, I got around him really easy because he's trying to get the steal and or get the intercept steal to the center, and that's the best opportune time to go around and get the easy dunk. Now, if you guys turn the ball over, don't threat, play great defense. I have a defensive video, top right-hand corner of the video, to check that out. But as soon as the center gets the rebound, go the opposite direction of him. The guard will always, 50% of the time, will go for the intercept steal. As soon as you have your takeover, as soon as you go to the outside the free throw line, hold up on the stick or down on the stick, depends what you want to do, and you have the elite contact dunk. So you can posterize anyone in the paint unless it is a pure 7'3" paint beast. Don't try to dunk on them because it's impossible. But as soon as you see a center that's like 7 foot, a glass lock or a slash or anything, go in and dunk on him. It's so easy with your takeover. Now, for the remainder of the video, I'm going to show you some footage. I'm not going to slow it down. Anything, I'm going to explain to you guys how to use the build as well. Because remember with this build, right, guys, is because this build can do everything. A lot of people use this build as a playmaking shot creator type build. That is not how you use the build. This build you can use as a play shot, as a pure slasher, as a shot creator, as I said. You can do fadeaways, you can dribble, you can shoot, you can dunk on anyone. But as you guys can see, I'm going to use the no shot meter, because if you use the no shot meter, it's going to help out tremendously with your shooting. But also, when you get takeover, I got takeover boost, so it's really easy for me to get. I'm going to abuse the salary finisher, because if they're behind me, it's a 1% contest. You're going to get blocked if someone has Hall of Fame rim protector, of course, because they're a 7'3" paint beast, 6'10" paint beast, stuff like that, glass locks or whatever on you. But you also want to use the baseline. The baseline is your best friend, and so is Fancy Footwork Hall of Fame. As soon as you go to the baseline, hop step off the baseline every time, because you're obviously going to get an open dunk off of that, especially with your takeover. But I want to show you guys me stuffing up a couple of times like this one. I didn't use the hop step, plus there was 2 people coming in at me. If you have this way, I want to use a shooting center, correct? Because the shooting center spreads the floor. And if you want to spread the floor, because you need to spread the floor with this build. If you have an inside, this build's not going to work out too well for you guys. I've used the inside center with this build, and it does not work at all. Because you need the paint wide open all the time. That is how you can become unstoppable with this build. Is the BP build / offensive threat, floor spacing slasher. There's a couple more names for it. But also having like a 3-level scorer center, glass lock that can shoot, a stretch big, a 2-way stretch 5, stuff like that, because you need the paint wide open. As you guys can see, I'm going to go for the easy slashes every single time. Now, if you guys want my jump shot, I will do a jump shot video in the next video if this video hits 50 likes for you guys. But as you guys can see, I'm going to keep abusing the baseline. If there's one person in the paint and he does cut off the baseline and he does cut off your hop step, you can also, I'm going to show you a couple more things that I do. I do a couple of spin hop step layups. So I don't do simple stuff. So you can do 360 spins in the paint and then do a pump fake after that. Or you can do a 360 spin and then do the pump fake midway through. That is another way. Using screens to your ability, because you do need screens because you are a 6'3". You got no weight on you, no nothing. You can shoot contested shots so easily. You can. I just want to explain to you guys. Look at me using this build for. I haven't been using this build for that long. But you playing on my interior force for a little bit too long, just getting a rep. If you want rep, this build can help you out. Because if you can do the inbound glitch, if you want to know how to do the inbound glitch, I might have to do a video on it. It's really overpowered. Because if you are the inbounder, correct, and you get the center, as soon as the center, so you get the inbound, right? You got to get the center to set a screen on the inbound. You don't have the ball, you still have it in your hand. You pass to the center once he's behind the big man, and then you cut the opposite way or the way that the guy is setting the screen. See, that's right there with the hop step. It's overpowered with the hop step. But as soon as he sets the screen, he's got to set a screen. You got to roll around the right side if he's setting the screen, the right side, and he can throw you a lob, which lobs give you a lot of rep because you're a slasher, correct? Because you're a shooting slasher. So that's another way to do it. There's just so many ways. That's the 180 spin. That gives me a lot of space. I use the hop step and then spin the right stick in the anti-clockwise direction to get the easy spin layup as well. But that is today's video. If this helped you out at all, I know a little bit of it was rambling after the little bit of what I was talking about, but you can hit threes. Look at this. You can hit it off the catch. I don't have catch and shoot, by the way. Don't use catch and shoot if you're this build, because you will have to run point guard with this build. You don't run corner sitter or anything with this build. This build is a pure point guard build. And also, as I said, use a shooting center. Never have an inside on this build. So if you're playing threes, use like a lockdown, perimeter lockdown or a rebounding wing. And at center, you want to use a glass lock that can shoot, a 3-level scorer, stretch bigs, 2-way stretch bigs, stuff like that. But I showed you which badges to use. They're the best badges that I use personally. Slashing badges, playmaking badges, defensive badges. You want to know how to make this build? There's a million videos on YouTube to make this build. But if you want my build, I may do a video on it just so you guys can become an ultimate defensive demigod or god with this build. See, I shoot really good with this build, but that is today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is how to master the build, slashing, everything else, shooting. That's all I can give you guys today. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, share, subscribe. There's videos all over the screen. Go check them out. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.